Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously.
I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and I am here at the Historical Society, Shelter Islands Historical Society's Gala, Black and White Gala, and I'm here with the president and her husband. Introduce yourself to the camera.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Pedersen, and I'd like to have you meet my wonderful husband, Bill Pedersen.
Hello, I'm Bill Pedersen, the husband of the president of the Shelter Island Historic Society.
And he's gotten involved because you made him get involved, I'm sure.
I think he is a willing partner in almost everything in my life. I've been very fortunate in life, and when it came up as a topic, he said he would help me. And that's what he's done for the last 3 years on this project.
Wow. Now tell my audience a little bit about the history of the Shelter Island Historical Society.
Well, it's 90 years old, and it's had its ups and downs, and right now we're on a big lift because we're in campaign mode to create a new aspect which will modernize this facility and make it 21st century, something we can be proud of, along with our fabulous history that we need to take care of.
Yes, when was the Shelter Island Historical Society established?
Approximately 90 years ago.
How old is Shelter Island?
Well, that's something that we could leave to others, but it's over 400 years old.
Why is Shelter Island such a unique place?
And we're surrounded by water. We have the beautiful South Fork, we have the beautiful North Fork, and people come from both forks to see us and be part of what's going on here, which is pretty incredible.
What is so incredible about being here on Shelter Island? What makes it so special?
Well, I think there's a chance for privacy, and at the same time there's a lot of community activity, especially at the Shelter Island Historical Society right now. So it gives us a sense of home and participation and planning for the future and the future generations who will want to be here knowing much more about their past.
Now I see you have lovely paintings and surrounding us. Tell my audience a little bit more about that.
This comes out of a request for black and white paintings by Artsy, which is our art group on the island. It's very active, and in back of you is a painting by my daughter, Kaya Pedersen. Just happens. She's a wonderful painter. She's here tonight in case you want to meet her.
I would love to meet. How much of the proceeds goes towards reestablishing the historical museum?
The funds from tonight will be for keeping the lights on and keeping us going for the next year. We work on a very tight budget, and so it will be tonight that finances the backup, so to speak.
Why did you get involved in this? What made you get involved in this?
That's a really good question. I have a friend, and you know friends are terrific, and they ask you to come along on a venture. And Belle LaRoe was a past president of the Historical Society. She said, why don't you come? I think you have something to offer this group. And I felt very welcomed, and somehow I felt at home, and I've been working for about 7 years here as a volunteer.
But now you're the president.
I worked up to that.
And he's the husband.
He's the husband.
Tell my audience, what do you think of the Shelter Island Historical Society? Why is it so special to you, besides your wife being the president?
Well, being the husband of the president, of course, is an important aspect of my enthusiasm. But this historic society has documentation, pre-revolutionary documentation that's been very carefully preserved. And we see the opportunity of creating a real educational resource here. And so that's what we're trying to focus upon. We're trying to focus upon the educational aspects of the society, which can really enable young people growing up on Shelter Island to understand what the importance of Shelter Island has been to the country at large.
See, your husband's fascinating. I like him. He's very charming. Not just good looking, he's charming and fascinating. And he has a lot to say. And he supports you in doing what you're doing here. And that's a good thing.
We all need to support one another, and I like the fact that you came all this way to see what's going on and kind of.
Well, I love history. I love history, and I love Long Island, and that's why I'm here, to support Long Island. And because my website, I'm the society editor for the LongIslandExchange.com, so it's very important for me to write about, anything concerning Long Island and the history of Long Island and why people come to Long Island to live. And, everybody here has something to say. And Long Island is a very special place. And I think that you two people are doing a tremendous job in making everyone more aware of Shelter Island and why you all should come to Shelter Island, not just to visit, but maybe to live. Do you know how many people live in this community?
In the summer, we think it's between 10 and 12,000, and in the winter, 2,500.
Oh, that's a big difference. But people only come to the Hamptons in the summertime, but I love the Hamptons and this part of the world in the wintertime too, because it's so beautiful. The snow, it's gorgeous, right?
By comparison, it's very quiet.
It's very quiet.
You can find
I should tell you a story. 40 years ago, we came here for the first time, and Elizabeth's parents came out from Minnesota. And her father and mother said how wonderful it could be if we could live here for the rest of our lives. And they were very supportive of it. And that's one of the reasons that we stayed, because it was so important to them that we have this place outside of New York City. And
I want you to tell my audience where we could go to find out more information about the Shelter Island Historical Society. What is the website?
Well, Shelter Island Historical Society should be good enough, and we have a burgeoning website. It's developing. It's getting bigger and better, and I think we had 350 likes last month.
On Facebook?
Yes.
Oh, she's hip. She knows us all about Facebook, and what about Instagram, Twitter, and all those?
We have a few of those too, but we were thinking we should be on Soch for tonight. Soch would have been handy.
Well, I already put you on Facebook, so, I mean, just now I took some pictures, so we're going to put it on Facebook too.
Wonderful.
Yes, and that's why I'm here to bring more awareness about this tremendous, fascinating historical society right here, Long Island, Shelter Island Historical Society and Museum.
I can't get there.
Let's toast.
Let's have it.
You toast, you toast. Let's toast. In a moment, dollies, more interviews right here at the Shelter Island Historical Black and White Gala. Keep watching. Big champagne kisses. Darlings, I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at the Shelter Island Black and White Gala. And I'm here with a big supporter, and she's going to introduce herself to the camera.
Yes, hi, I'm Roz Dimon. I'm one of the artists here showing. Live in New York City and on the island, love it here. And I love that the Historical Society here on Shelter Island is such a mix of culture, community, and the arts. You know, the black and white ball has a complete black and white across the board. You know, everybody dresses in black and white with kind of eccentricity and fun, like you. But then the artists, too, showing things in black and white from the artist group here called Artsy, artistsofshelterisland.com, .info, excuse me, is a really fun opportunity to engage with the community. And we've often had our works here, and they've made quite a bit of money for the Historical Society.
That's wonderful. Now, why are you a big supporter of this Shelter Island Historical Society?
I would say one way I've been a supporter is I had a show here last year, a solo in the barn, which is a wonderful space. And I sold enough work that even though they didn't ask me to, they said, will you make a contribution? And I made a contribution because they let me have the space. I mean, Shelter Island is a place, it's like we call it the Unhamptons, but we have a little bit of the Hamptons and the Unhamptons, so it's really nice. It's a very strong community. And I love that there's such a rich history here. And I'll also be participating in something they call Time Travelers that they do for the young kids out here.
Yeah, explain that to my audience.
Yeah, and because I work with a digital pen and a digital brush, I start off Time Travelers because I'm very much, well, I won't be for long. I'm getting older every second. The kids are teaching me things, but I start off the day by talking with them about their iPads and how they draw and how to raise the bar in that world a little. They're 9 to 12 years old, but then the next session they print their passports and they become time travelers through the ages. They go from the current 21st century all the way back, you know, and they have people have musical instruments who are musicians here and who come in and show them the old ukuleles. And I mean, it's a whole passport through time that makes them aware of where they come from and where they're going. And it's beautifully done and very, very professionally done. Like they called me in January and said, are you ready to do your 2-hour thing with time travelers? So, you know, we're a little community, but it's a very professional community.
Find out more information about you as an artist. Where can we go?
Thanks for asking that, and thanks for coming tonight. You would go to artsy.info, and I actually gave the wrong web address earlier, so it is artsi.info. And you can see all the artists who are here tonight. I mean, personally, my own name is Roz Dimon, and it's Dimon, and I have my own website, but I like to speak for the community since I'm here tonight with my...
But tell my audience your website. What is your website?
Sure. It's Roz, R-O-Z-D, as in David, I, M as in Mary, O, N as in Nancy.com. And I'd love for you to come visit.
We will come and visit you, and thank you for being a supporter of the Shelter Island Historical Museum. Thank you, darling.
Yeah, thanks so much. Good to have you.
Let's toast. Let's toast. You drink?
Oh, yes.
Let's toast.
Shall we?
Yes.
Indeed.
We'll be back in a moment, darlings, with more interviews in the Hamptons. Keep watching. Pink Champagne Kisses.
been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.